What up YouTube fam? Chelsea from Chelsea As of Late here. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, so am I. I just started posting videos every Thursday and I'm all about thrifting, secondhand shopping, take you guys with me when I go shopping, styling tips, thrifting tips, and all things thrifting, vintage, secondhand. So if that's your jam, make sure you join the fam. So listen, I know I said I would be posting every Thursday and I already missed a week.
Shame. Shame.
I did. I missed last Thursday, and I know they say you should be consistent when you're starting YouTube, so like, I'm really truly sorry, y'all. Like, I messed up. I know I messed up. Last week I was away because I was launching my own shop. I am so excited. Shop As of Late is real. She is out in the world. These are some of my pieces that I sold already in the August drop. I couldn't be more excited. I wanted to launch a secondhand shop for the longest now because thrifting and secondhand shopping and upcycling is truly my passion. I love it so much, and I wanted to share that with my peoples, my community here online. So I did it, and honestly y'all, blew my expectations out of the water. August collection is almost completely sold out, so I was super happy. And yeah, we are back and we are going to continue to post every Thursday, so make sure you subscribe and you like this video if thrifting is your jam, just like it is for me. Today we're going to be starting a new series where we are going to be discussing thrift stores around New York. Now listen, I know that thrift stores in the New York City area have a reputation for being overpriced, overpicked, and the people that are telling you this are right. They're not wrong. They ain't lying. New York City thrift stores can be a lot. They can be trash. They can be trash. However, my trick is to always leave the city to find the best gems and the best stores. So I usually go shopping out in Long Island and in Jersey, kind of the tri-state area, if you will. And that's where I find those really unique pieces. So I wanted to start this series to help you guys out if you're ever thrifting around New York, or if you're visiting New York or you want to go thrifting. Visiting once the Rona is over, of course, when you're allowed to, of course. So that I can help you guys kind of give some guidance and a little bit of a push in the right direction, if you will, so that you can find the best thrifted pieces around the tri-state area. We are going to be starting this series with a thrift store. It's more like a vintage warehouse called Udelco. It's in Hawthorne, New Jersey, if I'm not mistaken, and they are this massive vintage warehouse where you can find exclusively vintage pieces, nothing else. And it is kind of this massive space with just like bins and boxes of labeled pieces or labeled categories where you have to kind of dig through to find those really good gems. I had heard about it through YouTube. I had heard about it through other content creators, and so I wanted to check it out. So I set out to New Jersey and I got there, and when I got there I literally thought I was in, you know, like a murder scene. Not gonna lie, it's this like empty long parking lot, and there's really like no signs around it. There's no like direction. You kind of just like have to walk around till you find the spot. So finally you find the door, you go through, and there you are. You're at Udalco. So what I'm gonna be doing with every single thrift store that we rate is we're gonna be giving it 4 categories, which are prices, location, overall ambiance and like organization, cleanliness, things like that, and the gems, the finds, the stock, the goodies, if you will. And at the end, I'll give it my overall rating. Let's jump into it. All right, so price, right? The coin, the moolah. Udalco is really interesting because it has this kind of Goodwill bins, Goodwill outlet vibes. Like you have to dig through these boxes and bins, but the prices do not match those of a Goodwill outlet, if you will. If you've been to a Goodwill outlet, you know that everything is by the pound, super inexpensive, and just like it doesn't get cheaper than that. But at Udalco, however, they have this huge board when you walk in with suggested prices and kind of price range for every different type of item. And then when you get to the registers, when they tell you what you're actually going to pay for your overall haul. And I say this because my guy, anyway, the employee that helped me, didn't even go piece by piece to tell me how much each piece was worth. He kind of like saw all the pieces and gave me an overall price, which I was like, whoa.
Cut the cameras. Dead ass.
Sir, I'm gonna need you to slow down, reel it back, flip it, and reverse it. He was not happy about that, to be honest. He gave me a little bit of an attitude. His exact words are,
really?
And I was like, yes, really. I really want to know how much I'm paying for each piece, sir. That's kind of how retail works, I believe. But you know, let me know if I'm wrong. Let me know if it's an inconvenience for you. I'm sorry. But anyway, I got the price per piece at the end, of course. And in my opinion, it was worth it for the pieces. It was worth it for true, authentic vintage. Because we know that vintage can be very expensive sometimes. It could really run up that price so quick. So I was happy with the prices, but for the amount of digging and the amount of time you have to spend there, I think the prices could be a little bit lower, to be honest. If you love vintage, definitely go there. It's gonna be cheaper than like a vintage store in one of the boroughs, but go with enough time to really spend looking through everything so that you can find those gems, and it could be well worth the trip. Location, like I said, this is out in Jersey, so it is a little bit farther away, obviously, than the boroughs. Like, you can't just like walk around the corner and pop in. I knew this going into it, so I made sure I went with plenty of time. It was about an hour away from where I live in Queens. It wasn't too bad. I was prepared. I knew what I was getting into. I left with plenty of time to look through everything. I want to say they close around 5, so they close kind of early. But if you love vintage, this is definitely a place worth checking out, going to at least once, so you just have to find a way there. Talking about the overall ambiance, cleanliness, staff, etc., etc. Like I said, everything there is organized by boxes or bins, so you have to dig through everything. They do label the boxes and the bins, which is nice, so you know more or less what you're getting from each box. For example, there will be a box that says like men's Harley Davidson t-shirts, and obviously that box was completely empty. Let's be real. But they'll have like 80s sweaters, capes, women's leather, so they do a good job at least like categorizing things and labeling things, so it's not that difficult to find what you're looking for. But like I said, you have to dedicate the time to go through absolutely everything to make sure you find those unique pieces and vintage gems that you went there for. And then the overall stock, the gems, the finds, the goodies. If you love vintage, this is a must visit. You're gonna find only vintage. You will not find current items or early 2000s even, or mid 2000s, mid 2010s.
What decade are we in?
Overall, the pieces were in great condition. Most of the pieces I found were in pristine conditions. There were a few things that I picked up that I later noticed that they had stains or maybe like a little hole here and there. So make sure you go through everything with, you know, time, and you look through all the pieces well. So my overall rating for this place is going to be a 3.5 out of 5 because to me, the amount of digging and the amount of time you have to spend there looking through things, I feel like the price could have been a little lower for that. And 2, it is far, so it's not like in New York City you have to get out there in a car or bus or a train. It is a bit of a trek. It is a bit of a time investment. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a 3.5. That's my overall rating. Now let's get into the finds. Okay, so y'all know I love to shop off season. Like, it's my favorite thing. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I'm always looking into the future. Try again. So, this first piece that I found is a cape. She's so vintage and so cute. It's very 70s. I believe it's very 70s. It's just this like cream cape with some fringes at the bottom. The hand pockets kind of fit me at a weird place, so I probably won't be using them as much, but I love the collar, I love the color, I love the buttons, like I love everything about it. It's a really good vintage piece that I just like had to have. In the same box, I also found this crochet number, which they, I guess, categorize as a cape. I would consider this more a shawl or a throw, but that's just me. It's this beautiful, colorful crochet. It has fringes. It's, you know, very, very pretty, very well made. And I just love the colors. I love how it's versatile. You can throw it over your shoulders. You can also like wrap it around your waist. You can put it on your head. Like, it can do a lot. So I really liked it. This next piece is this denim jacket. I've been super into acid wash lately, and I loved how cropped and like boxy it kind of felt. It does have some stains throughout, but I'm hoping I can wash and take it out. It has this little bow detail on the back, which is so cute. Very unique. I haven't seen anything like this, so I really liked it. And yeah, there you have it. Okay, this next piece is a great example as to why you have to go through every single box to make sure that you are finding those pieces that are for you, because some things will be mislabeled. So for example, this was under the long sleeve t-shirts or long sleeve shirts, women's long sleeve shirts, and I personally would consider this a blazer. That's just me. I think it's just like a crop blazer or even like a crop jacket. It has shoulder pads. It's a thicker material. So yeah, I like was surprised to find it there, but glad I found it nonetheless. It's plaid, it's black and red, and it's perfect for fall. And then one last cape that I found was this amazing yellow plaid cape. There's a zipper down the middle, a bit of a collar. Again, these like hand holes, but a little too high for, I guess, the current woman's body. It's wool, it's very thick, very fun for fall. This next piece I could not pass up, even though some of y'all might be like, what the actual heck? This black sweater with these embellishments, I just think it's so pretty, and you can tell it was so well made. It is a little bit itchy, I'm not gonna lie, but with like an undershirt and under top, you know, those like long sleeve tops that you wear in the winter, it's perfectly fine. The details really was what did it for me. It was the details for me. Like, that's really what sold me, so had to take her home. And lastly, we have a vest. She is a leather vest, originally from the brand DoorDash. It's in this beautiful kind of burnt orange color. It's kind of a tighter fit for a vest, and I just loved it. I feel like it's gonna be a great layering piece for the fall and winter, so she had to come home with me. Alright, you guys, that is it for today. If you liked this review and this rating, make sure you give this video a thumbs up and you subscribe for more. I'll definitely be doing more secondhand and thrift store reviews around the New York and New Jersey area, so if that's your jam, make sure you join the fam. We like it here. Stay here longer. In the meantime, you can find me at Chelsea as of late on Instagram and all other platforms, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, obviously, my blog, etc. And if you like some of my finds, make sure you stay tuned at my shop, chelseaasoflate.com/shopasoflate, because they just might be on sale soon and turn up there. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next week.